Hello and welcome to Trisha's Cards and Crafts, and today I'm making some more birthday cards, but it's going to be with a specific technique. I think I mentioned it in the last video that I made. I think it's called cut and stack, where you use 3 different designer series papers or 3 different patterned papers, and you have them all the same size. You then cut them into 3 different pieces and you put them back together again, but you use 1 piece of each of the paper, so you make 3 cards. So I'm also going to be using some new products that will be available soon. The first product, this Berry Burst, this isn't, I don't think, it's called the Soft Shimmer 12x12 Speciality Paper, and it's Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy and Pretty Peacock. And I'm just using some of the Berry Burst for this card. Then the other papers I'm using they're going to be in the new mini catalogue, which comes out in, I think it's about the 4th or 5th of January. And this one's called Perennial Lavender. They're 12x12 designer series papers. You've got Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce and Starry Sky in this pack. And we've got this nice sort of big, it'd be great for scrapbooking. It'd be lovely if you've got some nice lavendery colours that you want to use in it. And on the back it's got these small, like the lavender fronds, the stalks without the flowers on the background, and you've got a nice sort of mottled background. Then you've got this piece which has got a lot of presumably lavendery type flowers on, and then on the back you've got some of the smaller, like individual stalks of the lavender. This one's got some, I think that's like cow parsley, or I can't remember what the other name for it is, but that's how I know it. You've got some nice different fronds of leaves, some foliage. You've got some beautiful little butterflies scattered around as well. So that's that one. And it's got a nice green, the Lost Lagoon pattern, like a wash on the back of that as well. It's also got sort of slight leafy sort of patterns on there as well. Then you've got this piece which has also got butterflies on it, but it's sort of in 2 halves diagonally, which would make great cards if you cut them up. It would be lovely if when you cut them up you can actually use a whole piece as a background. And you wouldn't really have to do a lot to it either. And on the back of that one is a nice like check, gingham-y sort of check in crumb cake and maybe very vanilla, I'm not sure. But it's not quite as light as that. And you've got this one again with lovely lavender stalks on and flowers, and you've got a dark, gorgeous grape type background again with sort of flowery, washy background as well. And I think the final one then is some more of these. Again, it looks a bit like a mop cap, could be hydrangea. And you've got lavender again, and some of these other fronds and leaves that you've got there. So you've got some nice foliage there. But with this one, not like with the other one, you had the butterflies as well. With this one, you haven't got butterflies. You just got pretty flowers. But they're gorgeous, lovely colours that have been used, and they've got this lovely Lost Lagoon, and I'm not quite sure what the other colour is, leaves, foliage on the back of that one. I think that's the last, yes, that's the last one. So there's lots of pretty papers in that. I've chosen 2 sheets of designer series paper out of that, which is this one with the big with lots of different purples, and you've got the Berry Burst in it as well, and some Bubble Bath maybe. So you've got lots of that on a nice crumb cake background. Then the back of that side, I've got this piece here. So I've got the lavender stalks on a nice Highland Heather sort of background, and then I've chosen this piece here with the butterflies on with the crumb cake background. So 2 of them have got the same, they've all got similar colours in. I was toying with the idea of using the back of this as well, with the greens on, with the Lost Lagoon on, but I decided I'm going to keep it a bit lighter and use this. I'm also going to use some Highland Heather card, and I'm using the Berry Burst shimmer paper, soft shimmer paper. I'm going to use sentiments from, I'm not sure if this one is Very Best Occasions. I think it's still current, and I'm using this one, Sending You Smiles for Every Moment of Your Special Day, and that is going to be on the inside. And then on the outside, the So Sincere set, Hope Your Day is a Happy One. So I've got those two sentiments, and I'm going to use these two little butterflies to accent it as well. So I'm going to use those just to finish them off. So I've got those images from, and this is from the Painted Lavender stamp set, and there are also dies to go with this as well. There's lots of, and I've got some matching embellishments that go with this. They're beautiful as well. They are these, so I've got sort of a Berry Burst type colour in here, as well as the lavendery colour as well. Don't know whether there's another one. I think actually there's two different colours here, so some of them are a bit lighter than the others. Yeah, those are lighter again, so you've got probably the Fresh Freesia and the Highland Heather and Berry Burst are the colours for those. So we'll use some of those on the card as well. And they also come, the suite that this comes with has got these pretty, they're die cut butterflies. So I could use these on there to embellish it instead of I could use one on the outside and then perhaps use the butterflies on the inside and the envelope, the stamps. So we might use one of these as well. There's how many paper butterfly accents, and they're 40, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so there's 8 sheets of these. So let me just cut this open so that I can get to it, so I can take one of them out, and we'll use a couple of these butterflies on the cards as well. Being as we've got them, we might as well use them. Just one sheet, please. I don't want to get all of them out because I'm probably not going to get it back in very easily. Right, come on, here you come. Just one, please. Oh, that one's caught up on that one. They don't want to come out. There we go. So I've got one sheet of those. Don't think I'm going to get that back in, but we can try. That might be difficult. I'll put that to one side for now, and we'll see where we go from there. I am also going to use these. Now these are something else, I'm not sure. I can't check for now. I'll put it in the link below. They're dies. They're called the mini alphabet dies, and I think this is it's either in the new mini catalogue or it's in the celebration, but I don't think it's the celebration. I think this one is in the mini catalogue, so you can get these as well. You get a whole sheet of these letters of the alphabet, but you also get 2 others that have got I'll show you now. They've got some other different letter combinations that if you've got different languages, you can use it for those. So there's those, and you've got some punctuation marks. So you've got the and, the question mark, brackets, an exclamation mark. Then you've got the different you've got full stops, you've got hashtags, you've got either commas or punctuation marks, right? And then you've got these other couple of letters as well. You've got the German double S, I don't know how you, and you've got your AE together, you've got your C with your little accent on the bottom, and you've got OE as well together. So if you've got somebody you know that speaks another language, you should be able to find all the letters that you need within this set. I've put some there we go. I've taken it off, that's why. Let's see if I can get this back up. I've put some, I've cut this so that it just fits onto this paper, and I'm just going to fold it around because it won't stick to the shimmer. And this is just some like post-it note tape that I've got that I use. So I'll be using my mini cut and emboss to cut this out as well. So maybe we'll do that first, only because one of the cards I'm going to put sister on as well, so it's going to have something else on it. Not just the other two will just be happy birthday cards, but the other one will have sister on it as well. So we've got to cut them out. We've got a number, I think that's plate number 3, and we've got 2 plate number 2s. I'm going to put that on top of there. So we'll do this die cutting first. I'm only going to cut this out. I'm not going to cut anything else out. Get my mini cut and emboss out. I've got so much of my tape on my embossing machine. Cut and emboss. Yes, there we go. Right, so I've put this, hopefully it will go through without a problem. There we go. Let's just run this through and hopefully it cut on one pass. Let's just have a little look. The only problem is because it's the glimmer. Yeah, I think that's okay. They all look as though they've come through properly. So that is done. I don't need this anymore. So I can put this away. I could have put this on a sheet of, that would have been a good idea. A sheet of the, foam, adhesive foam sheets, because then I would have had them already cut out of, never mind, that'll be fine. I'll put them down on dimensionals instead because they're nice and chunky, so that'll be fine. Right, so let's take this off here. I think some of this is probably being cut. No, that one's okay. And this one, I think this, we will do the rest of it nice and quickly, hopefully. Not too bad. Let's just finish this off. That one was cut, definitely. Right, so we can get that off in one plate piece. I'm just going to put this away first, and then we will just push out. There we go, put that away. Push out the letters. Oops. Oh, this, so obviously now I'm going to have more than I need. So I'm just going to press out the letters that I want. So I'm going to do S-I-S-T-E-R. So I need both S's. And there we go, it will come out. It's just because it's the glimmer paper, it's a little bit, it's a different sort of texture, but it's coming out, it'll be fine. S, S. Then I just need the T, the R, don't need both T's, just one R, the I and the E. Here we go. R, just need to pop that little piece out in the middle, and an I and an E. There we go. That'll do. I think just keep that together, and I will try and keep those all together. So that's my die cutting done. We'll sort out what I need to go on top of there in a moment. So now we're going to cut our DSP. So I've got the 3 pieces together. They're all the same size, and they're all in the right orientation that I want them to be when I'm going to use them on the card. And I'm going to use my trimmer, and I'm going to cut this one here. I've got one, and then I've got another cut here. Just make sure they all stay together. Otherwise, when you put them together afterwards, they're not going to fit. So, do it again. Here we go. Let's keep that together. And I think that should be okay like that. Oh, come on. There. Try it again. Here we go. Right to here. So I've got 2, 3. So I've got my 3 pieces, and we can now start putting the cards together. So I should have 3 here. 1. And I've got 2, 3. 2, 3. I don't need an envelope at the moment. Just put that like that. So these are 5x7 cards. So I've cut my Berry Burst shimmer paper at the back. That's going to be right at the back. That is cut to be 4 3/4. Yeah, 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Then I've got 3 pieces of Highland Heather, which is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then the pieces that I used to cut up are 4 by 6. So these will then be put on here with a small border around them. This one, like that, and then this one at the top. So I use the 3 different pieces and put them together like that. Okay, hopefully that's nice and clear, and hopefully you can see it properly. Sorry, I don't think I was up far enough. There we go. So that's how they will go together. So I'll do one at a time. We'll get them all done now quickly. We'll just put them together. Now I'm going to stick these pieces onto the Highland Heather and then put the Highland Heather onto the other card. So I will put the Berry Burst onto the back, the base, card base first, and I'm going to use Tombow for this. Hopefully it will be okay. There we go. That's there, and that will go onto here with a small border around the edge. There'll be, because I thought I wanted to see more of the Berry Burst, that's why I made this piece 1/2 inch, so that there's 1/4 inch all the way around the border, all the way around, so that it stands out nicely. But first we're going to stick these pieces on. So there will be a small border again around this edge, but not around the other one. So small, put the glue on around the outside, trying to get into all of the corners, otherwise some of them might lift, and we don't want that to happen. So the first piece, that's going to be like that at the top. Then we're going to have the top corner and it's a nice way to get lots of different patterns on your cards, but you're not wasting any either, so you can get a nice you can use all your designer series papers without having to worry about it. So that's going to fit in there. It's a bit like doing a puzzle, but you're making the puzzle first. So when you cut it up, so trying to get it closest to the edge, but hopefully not over the edge. And then that is going to fit nice and neatly into there. So I will now turn it over so that I don't catch on anything, and I'm just going to press down to make sure that they've all adhered nicely. So that will be the front of my card, and we'll stick this onto here. There we go. And there, like that. There's my first one. Now for the next one. So this goes onto here. Whoops, bit close. I just thought it might be nice to use some of the new products ready for when the catalogues come out, and so that you've got an idea of what might be coming up and being available very soon after Christmas. So if you have any money that you have for Christmas, or anything that you would like to get yourself, treat yourself to, you can do, maybe you can choose some of the products that you see if you like any of them. So if you actually want a catalogue and you haven't got one, you can see the things online, so that's not a problem. But if you would like a catalogue, just let me know and I can send you one. And this one, not that one, this one. No, that's going to be the same. This one. There we go. So that's those together this time. Okay. So we'll start off again with the bigger piece. This one down. There we go, one. Those out of the way. Get a nice little border around the edge. Make sure it's straight, hopefully. And then this one. That goes at the top here. And then this final piece at the bottom. Whoops. There we go. Here you are. So that one then, whoops, just fits in there like that. Okay, and I'll just again use my bone folder on the back, just press that down without getting anything. There we go. So that's now going to go on to the front. Again, I'm using the Tombow. Because it's glimmer paper, it will be better to use Tombow on it, because some glues won't stick very well to the glimmer paper. So you just have to be careful what you use when you're using glimmer paper. And that Tombow is a really strong adhesive, so it's a good one to use for this glimmer paper. Here we go. There we are. So this one's done now. Push this down. That's two done. And now for the third one, final one. Put this down first. Where's my snips? just trim the edge here. It's gone a very fuzzy looking. There we go. That should be fine now. Yes, that's okay. Right, so last piece down. I mean, if you like making more than one card at a time, this is a great project for that, because you get 3 cards out of one design, but each of them are completely different, because I don't like making cards that are the same as each other. I've got a thing about it. I like all my cards to be different, and this way they're still going to be different, but you're using the same papers, which is nice. So this is the final one. So this is my first piece, the biggest piece to go on first. One, and again have a nice margin around this. Then this bit at the top. There we go. And then the last piece on the bottom. There we go. There are some nice, there's a nice die set that goes with this stamp set as well. There are 2 actually, because there's 2 different sets that within this suite. You've got one which is a postage style dies, so you've got different sizes of rectangles with like a postage edge on it, postage stamp style edge, and then there's the ones that will cut out the lavender from the stamp set. So I will show you those again, but at another time. But at the moment I'm just going to carry on with this. We'll try and get this done as soon as we can. Coming up to half an hour, I'm afraid, sorry, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So it's a nice technique to use. So you use up your papers without having to use too much of them actually, and you also get to use you get every card looking slightly different, but you make 3 at a time. So there we go. So that's my 3 cards. Let's just put the top on that for a second. One. So we've got that one, and that one. So we've got our 3 cards. Now for the embellishments and the sentiments to go on. So I've got some white card here, and I'm going to put, which one am I doing on the inside? Yeah, that one. And hope your day is a happy one. Not sure which one to do on the outside. I think I'll do this one for the outside. So I'm going to use Berry Burst because it's going to go with the glimmer paper that I've used, and it also is in the papers as well. And hope your day is a happy one. And put that here, and again here, and then another one up here. There we go. And then I'm going to do the other one afterwards. Hang on a second. I'll do, whoops, I'm going to use my 2-inch punch, I think. Hopefully it'll fit, we'll see now. Yes, I think that'll be nice. Let's check, see what this is like first on here. Yeah, that should be fine. And so I think it might come out of the 1 3/4 inch punch, but then I think it might not look as nice if it's smaller. I think it'll look okay. So centre it, punch it down, and centre it, and punch it out. There we go. So I've done my centres. Now I'm going to use some. I could use the 2 3/8, but I think I'm going to use the 2 1/4 inch. Now I've got a 2 1/4, but if you haven't and you've only got the 2 3/4, I think that'll look fine. I'm just checking to see if I've got, this is big enough to cut this out as well. Brrr, stay down. Go in. Oops. Come on. There you go. Yes, it will. So I can get 1, 2, and then I've got a little piece left. I should be able to get another one of these out. 3. There we go. So those are for my sentiments. So I'm using the 2 1/4, so I'm going to stick these on now. Now I'm going to use, I don't like using Tombow on white card, so I'm going to use my Seal Plus, because this is slightly stronger than the Seal, and hopefully this will be okay to stick onto the glimmer card. Don't use too much, but just enough to make sure it sticks down. So there's going to be a nice little edge around there. If I'd use the 2 3/8, it would just be slightly bigger border around it, but it's fine. It wouldn't be a problem either way. Could have done one, couldn't I, with the other one, so you could have seen the difference. So just a small border, and this one on here. Oops, there. I'm coming to the end of that as well. So, hope your day is a happy one. So there's my sentiments. So let's have a go at this one. So I'm going to put, where should we put that? That might be nice. So I put this on with dimensionals. If you wanted to as well, because the butterflies are white, you could always use some colour and put some colour onto them, so you could make them a different colour if you wanted to. I'm not going to do it now, but that might be another for another day. I might try that again. So that's that one. The next one, I'm going to use this one. So I'll put this one again on with dimensionals. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That's there. So there's 2 done. And now for my third one, again with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. Try and finish this as soon as I can. There we go. Now I'm not going to bother putting the words on at the moment. I'll do that another time. I'll do that again only because we're running out of time and I want to get as much done as I can. I'll put this one on there. Maybe we'll see. We can just bend the wings slightly. We'll put it on like that. This one can go on there, I think. That might be nice. And we'll use one that's fallen out. This one, again, I'm going to try and bend the wings slightly and put that one on the other one. Actually, I might put that one on there and that one on there. There we go. That will be nice. So now we've just got to stick them on. Now I'm going to use, I got a Crafter's Companion. I know it's just because they've got dots on them, and if you put the dots on the back, whoops, I don't want that, thank you, of these, it will only stick to where I think I've just taken a bit of the back of that off. I've taken his antennae off, but never mind, he'll go antennaless. Right, that's okay, he'll be okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'll just take that off so that it doesn't look odd. There we go. So you don't get the bits of adhesive showing or sticking to anything else other than what you want it to. I'm going to put that in the middle of that, like that. Then this one, I'm going to try and be careful with this one. Whoops. I'm going to stick him a bit more, put some more adhesive onto this one because he's going to be flat. There should be enough. And he's going to go onto here like that. And then this one, I'm going to put this one again in the middle, hopefully without taking anything off this time. So again, here we go. There we go. And put you about there. But I can still put your wings up a little bit to give it a little bit of movement, a bit more texture. There, so those are my 3 cards, and the final thing is to add some of these gems, and we will put, don't know, on this one I'm going to use some of these, then I'll use that one, and I'll use the 3 different colours on each of them, some on each. So I've got this one, I'll put that one there, and I might put another one over here, and a smaller one just up here. So I've got my 3 gems on, so that's that one done with my embellishments. This one again, oh no, I was going to use different colour. This one I'm going to use this colour, put that one there, one over, one there, and one smaller one just there. That's the second one. And then the last one, I'll use the lighter purple again. So this colour can go here. Another one can go there where that flower was and can't see it anymore. And then another piece, another one just down here. So there we go. So those are my embellishments. The final thing to do is the inside and the envelope, and then we're done. Be as quick as I can. Try not to keep you too much longer. And here we go. So inside of the cards. So first of all, we're going to get my berry burst back, and I'm sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So I'm going to put that here, make sure nice and flat, and there. And then I'm going to put some of these butterflies just on the side there, and then that's one done. Now for the second one, we'll put our sentiment again first. Put that here. And butterflies there. That's two. And the third one there, and the butterflies there. There we go. So we've done my 3 cards, and just the envelopes to do quickly. There's the other 2. And I'll put the butterflies on the back flap there, 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 and I'll put them in this corner over here. 2, 3. So we've now got all our envelopes done. We've got the inside of our card decorated, and we've got our 3 cards. There we go. So they're all finished. So we've got 3 different cards, but with the same design and different design papers, same sentiments, but they all look completely different to each other. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you like these papers. They're gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous. I love purple, and I think they look really good, and I quite like it with the glimmer paper around the outside as well. Thank you for joining me. If you do like these and you would like to get your own set of papers, or maybe the stamp set, or any of the things that you've seen me use, then you can get them from the beginning of January, and at the same time as if you buy those, you'll also be able to be entitled to get some of the celebration items, which for every £45 you spend, you get a free paper or stamp set, or if you spend multiples of that, you can also get stamp sets with something else. You can get die sets, you can get embossing folders. So as soon as I can, once we get to the beginning of January, and they are, we can show you the insides of them. I'll be showing you what you will be able to get from this catalogues. Thank you again for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you soon. If you enjoyed the video, please can you give me a thumbs up, and maybe share it with your friends maybe. And again, if you want to see more of the videos, you can subscribe to my channel, and you can also, if you click on the bell icon, you'll be notified when I put a new video, publish a new video. Okay, thanks again for joining me. Sorry it's taken me so long, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.